What is up, all my beautiful people? Hopefully, you guys are having a great weekend and a great Sunday afternoon. I got off work at 4 o'clock, heard scrambled home. Actually, saw a crazy car chase. There's like six or seven sheriffs that had some dude pulled over. I didn't get to see it, but must have hit a tree and was getting pulled out of the car and arrested. So that was a great way to start my drive home from work. But I got changed, ate a little nuggies, and I'm ready to rock with you guys. So I appreciate each and every one of you here. You guys always mean the world to me. Got a couple things I'm going to show off. Got a homie backstage chilling, waiting. Before we get into all that, like I said, I love each and every one of you. Make sure you hit that like button, do all that stuff. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I always do these each Sunday, and I always provide the kind of content for you. So, like I said, before we get into the chat and shouting everybody out, let's bring out my homie. He's hanging out backstage, Tylex the Mighty. So let's bring him in. Bam. What is up, dude?
Ugh.
Ha. Hello, hello, hello.
Just hanging out, reading comics, watching people videos. Today is like live stream heavy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sunday weekends always are. So let's just burn right into it. Let's start saying hello to all the beautiful homies out there. Las Cruces, how you doing, my dude, from New Mexico? Always showing up first. Fun fact, I used to live in New Mexico. I was in Kirtland, New Mexico in high school for a year and a half. So I'm not sure if you're near that area, Las Cruces, but I was about 10 minutes from the Colorado border up north. Trev, shout out to the homies, always showing up. Appreciate you, my dude. Steve White, how you doing, my guy? Hopefully you're having a great night. Cole's Comic Claims, I just ate some nuggies right before I was chilling backstage eating some chicken nuggies, so you should have joined, man. Yeah, did anybody bring snacks? Like I said, it looks like Steve White's got your back, bro. Snacks all day on deck. Spine Ticks, how you doing, brother? Huge shout out to you, hitting that 3K, massive milestone, killing it in the shorts game. Hung out in your live for about an hour, almost 2 hours, and then I had to crash because I worked this morning, but always a fire show. Kyle, how you doing, man? If you want to jump on, I'll save you for a little bit later so you don't hijack the first part of this, but the stream link, I got it copied, so if anybody wants to hop on, I'll post it in chat. You guys are always more than welcome. What's up, Green Machine? Hopefully you're having a great night, man. Always appreciate you showing up. Bam. Tylex, the might be. David, hopefully you're feeling healthy, man. Hopefully you're having a great night. National Treasure. That movie is a national treasure, man.
Man, I love that movie. I love that whole of
yeah. They're so corny, but they're so well done with how they do everything in the movies. Let's see, everybody's just dropping those things. What is up, Gary? How you doing, my dude? Shout out to you, man. I'm almost completely current on Walking Dead Deluxe, thanks to Rhino's Comics. I just got another package in from Chet over the weekend. So I'm just missing a few issues, and then I'll be able to start digging into that. So huge shout out to you. Brian, what is up, my dude? Sadly, no autograph. I heard that as I was driving home. No autograph in your I think it was the Ultimate Fallout second print. Had the 100 Stanley, him and 22. They did a both live stream and they were cutting them open, but neither got the Stanley autograph. Kyle brought Snatch. Let's go. Always there for that. Las Cruces next to El Paso. Okay. Yeah, I was in Kirtland. It was literally like the northernmost tip of New Mexico, about 10 minutes from the Colorado border. Everybody. Yeah, for sure, man. You just let me know when we get through all my stuff. I got some bookshelves of collectibles, and then you can come hijack my stream for sure, man. I got till about 7, so I'm good. What's up, Dr. Von Hoot, Comics from the Spiral Dimension? We were all hanging out over on Remy's place last night. It was a late night for him. Unfortunately, I was hopped off 10 or 15 minutes before everybody went shirtless. So sadly, I missed. Sadly, I missed out on that. I definitely would have been popping. Definitely would have been popping my top with you guys and showing the mix. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm doing all right. Just it's kind of on edge, getting ready. It's Super Bowl week, so I'm going to be kind of nervous all week. It's going to be a good weekend. I have it requested off work. I requested Saturday off so I can be present for Brian's 1K celebration. Want to make sure I can hang out with the chat and all that. And then of course I requested the Super Bowl off. Let's go. Can't go wrong with that, my dude. Everybody just saying hello. Yeah, we'll see, man. I hope it's a close game either way. I'm not going to dig too much into football tonight, but like I said, we'll save that for later in the week. But like I said, I hope it's a close game. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt, and we'll see what happens. What is up, 23 Mike? How you doing, my dude? Hopefully, you're having a great evening. So as you guys see the banner, if anybody's having a bad day, if anybody's having a great day, great week, bad week, I'd love to hear about it. Like I said, just leave that hashtag 131 and I'll kind of pause what I'm doing and tackle that subject. But if you guys are having a great week, let me know why. Bad week, let me know why. We'll break it down and talk about it. No, that's for Remy's place, man. I keep it like PG-18 on my stream. Family friendly and also push the limits, I guess. But I do, we're going to start with something. And once I get a laptop, whatever that is, hopefully soon. So I want to start doing, having clips and, little intro and outro videos. But one of the segments I'm going to have, a nice cat, by the way. Mine are trapped outside or they'd be all over me as well. But one of the new segments I'm going to have is show me what you got. So it's something I just want to see. I love seeing people's collections, but that's not comic related. So anything you collect, if you're in the chat and you want to show off something that you collect and you're passionate about and you want to talk about it, feel free to let me know. I'll get you that link. But I asked Alex to bring on some stuff, and I'm going to show off some of my stuff. And you guys know I'm a big gamer, so I have some Halo Funko Pops. So this is like the newest one. This is from the newest game. Just regular Halo, Funko, Master Chief, nothing special about that one. And then we got this guy. This is also from the newest game. But this dude's a 10-incher. That's what she said. And then another one I got. This is an older one. This is from, I believe, Halo 3. This is the Arbiter, but it's the Best Buy Gold Armor Edition. The sticker is ripped off of, unfortunately, but this is like a $250 pop. And then one of the most prized things in my collection is one of the original Halo pops, the Master Chief with Cortana, but it's autographed by Stephen Downes, the voice actor for Master Chief, all JSA certified and everything. It says, "I need a weapon," Stephen Downes 117. So super special to me.
I don't know.
What do you got?
Even worth anything.
Oh no! Like I said, it's just something you're passionate about. Is the segment something you collect? Something that's not a comic? I'd love to hear about it.
Well, you'll like this. I got this years ago at Second Charles. This is a Violator.
Oh, dope! That's dope.
Original stuff. Like, when did this come out? Series 20 Classic 1. Yeah, 2001.
I love all those old Violators, especially the ones with like the prosthetic hair and stuff like that.
He's got like a cigar and a wrap.
That's dope.
And then there's something else back here too. I can't see what it is. Oh yeah, is that hair? What is that? And like a sewer manhole cover. But yeah, I got that at a Second Charles like years ago. I think I paid like $8 for this thing.
Oh yeah, that's the best thing about those old Spawn toys. They're so cheap. You can always find them.
And years ago, I went to go see Pentagram play at a place called the Cat's Cradle in North Carolina. And I went by the merch table, and they had pop bottles of Bobby Liebling. And
that's dope.
Got to be kidding me. So not only is it numbered, what is it numbered? It's like 124 out of 500. But at the same time, while I was there, Bobby was at the merch table, so I got him to sign it for me on his. Oh,
that's sick.
So yeah, and you go all the way around it. The box has got all kinds of goodness. It's like, Bobby.
Yeah, dude. At those shows, those merch tables always had the most random, cool shit for real.
The bad part is when I got home, I put it in, I put it in the truck. I drove home. I think it was like in the center console, but I made sure I didn't crush it or anything like that. But when I got home, I noticed months later that the hand has fallen off. Like one of his hands fell off.
Oh man!
Down there in the plastic.
Oh, you can still super glue that. It'd be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably never going to take it out of the plastic. But
yeah, right, yeah.
Nautics is the name of the
right.
made the pop fig.
That's dope. Never heard of that company, but that's cool. What is up, Raging Cajun Comics? Hopefully you're having a great night, my dude. We got Matty Ice watching NASCAR. Him and Marble Matt are probably fighting over who's going to win. E-Man,
since you
how you doing, my dude?
Stuff and pops at that, I have two. I have Vault Boy and Moik the Liar from.
Nice. Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the life, baby.
Moik has been in like what every game since.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think he was.
I'm pretty.
Yeah. So
Moik, he's made an appearance almost in every one.
Yep. Moik randomly shows up and he gives like little weird sayings that don't make sense but do at the same time. So and you can't tell if he's lying or telling the truth.
Yeah, I think in one he's like a traveling merchant and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then Vault Boy, I mean,
iconic. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the only thing that would make it any better is if he was doing the thumbs up thing.
Right. Do you know why he does the thumbs up like that?
I was about to say, because if you are the story is that if you are far enough away from a nuclear explosion, and you hold your thumb up, and the cloud is smaller than your thumb,
you're good.
Yep. You're good. But if it's bigger than your thumb, you're probably going to get some radiation.
Yep, vaporized. What is up, Cali Comics? Hopefully you're having a great night, my dude. See, for me, you can always just buy the sticker. I mean, even out of box, this Arbiter is like $100, $150. But for me, I used to have like 700, 800 Funkos. And if you talk to anybody in the Funko community that's seriously heavy, if I would take this out of box, Funkos aren't a sealed product, so they lose zero value in or out of box. Yeah. So that's so. But yeah, those I'll never sell. I've had that for like 3 or 4 years. I'll never sell my Halo Funkos. Those are the ones I've collected always. No, yeah, I got some of the old ones. Like she's beat up, but I got Angela, old one. Yeah, she's all beat up. And then I got like Sam and Twitch, and then the Violator brother and Gunslinger. And I got a few more upstairs. Just not able to bring my stands down because my girlfriend's Legos are all over them.
I was about to say, you could literally go into like any comic book store that has a decent action figure section, and you can find those Spawn figures all day long down here. South Carolina, Carolina, they're everywhere. Like
Callie, does the volume sound any better? I just might be really loud. It might be my earbud or something, but does he sound better? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, there's tons of times I'm mad when I don't have the money or stuff. Oh, it's probably when I'm just talking. I'm trying to talk, make a habit of like talking louder and be more assertive, especially in lives. So that might be it. What is up, baby? Hopefully you're having a great night, and I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, let me know if that's better. I was probably just away from the mic.
What is up, CJ? Hopefully you're having a great night, brother. Happy birthday. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say you're only Kool-Aid man. Yeah, they were. So for me, I've mentioned him before. His channel, it's Big Dub. He talks about like addiction and collecting and stuff like that. And Funko, the reason I stopped buying Funko is because like I was addicted. I had almost 800 of them, and it was impossible. I had every set, blah 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 blah. They took up so much wall space, so I had to bail out. Yeah. So it's definitely a good. I always tell people Funko's definitely a gateway collecting. Thanks. Yep. Right? For sure. I do not like Minecrafts. So another little segment I got is I want to show off three random covers, kind of talk about it. And for my first time doing it, of course, I picked Spawn. And since Tylock said he was going to be joining, I know he's a huge Spawn fan as well. So I thought that was great. So the first one I got is it's a newer one. It's Scorch number 12, but with the white border and how everybody's on there like that, I just think it's so clean. This is one I'm going to have slabbed. And then I always reference this book if somebody's like, "Oh, how's the artwork in Spawn?" That's one of the pictures I always reference.
Yeah, artwork is always top notch in Spawn books.
100%, 100%. And then this is King Spawn number 8. This is the Virgin variant, and the reason I picked this one is it might be hard to see, but he's actually like busting out of an action figure case. Like in the background, he's got all the plastic. It's all the plastic. It's a Spawn in the background, stuff like that. See how you can see back here, the plastic.
Yeah.
But he's actually busting out of an action figure case, and like you can see the store in the background. It's hard to tell on the camera, but I thought that one's super sweet. And then the last one, it's probably one of my favorite superheroes or anti-heroes of all time, Gunslinger. This is Spawn number 312. And Gunslinger resonates with me because one of his powers, if nobody reads Spawn, is he's not like the strongest or fastest or smartest Spawn in the universe, but he takes, every time he makes a bullet, he basically like kills himself or takes a part of his power to make his bullets. So he's sacrificing himself to do what he loves. And I've always really resonated with that because I've always tried to sacrifice myself and put 100% of my commitment into everything I do. So I've always resonated with him. And being a Spawn fan, man, like Gunslinger's he's that dude for me.
That's also a reason that he uses knives and stuff a lot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, space it
right.
out, he uses knives a lot.
Yep. At some point, at some point, they're all going to just run out of power and they'll die. But
yeah.
Bam. Appreciate you. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys sub each other up. If you guys are seeing each other for the first time, everybody here, for me, I know it's hard to sub people up you don't know or don't really follow, but everybody in chat, I can 100% vouch for. They're people I watch on the reg. They're people I hang out with on the regular. So make sure if you guys aren't subbed up to each other, sub each other up for sure. That's what she said. What's up, Travis? I sent you that link. If you got some free time, man, feel free to jump on and show us some stuff. What's up, Chop Brother? Hopefully you're having a great night. What covers you got, Tylex?
All right. So I got 2 that are older, and 2 that are really old, and then one that's like just a little older. So I got number 7.
Nice. That's one of my favorites of all time.
I think this is a Todd cover because it says
it's the first time it's the first and only time he never signed his name on the front.
There we go. Okay, I thought this was that one.
Yep.
So yeah, this is one that, like you said, he didn't sign, so it's like one of the only. But it really reminds me of like a Punisher. It has like a Punisher.
I love it. It's one of my favorite covers of all time.
Orange and the guns. It really reminds me of like a Punisher thing going on. It was like he was just channeling Punisher on this issue. And then of course, this is one of your favorites and one of mine. This is the Greg Capullo.
Classic. Can't go wrong with that.
And with bloody body parts in the back.
Yep. There's so many fan renditions of that. I love that cover. It's iconic.
This cover is so sick. And plus I love white backgrounds, especially if you can get them like bone white, like really, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to keep them that way. And then another Greg Capullo one. This is 250, but this is the Capullo one. I know Capullo wasn't doing the art.
Oh, nice.
At the time,
on the throne.
At the time when this came out, but
yeah, that's sick.
This is like the B cover, so it was like the Capullo variant. I love it. Him sitting on a throne.
There's actually a McFarlane toy based off of that one. It comes with the throne and everything. If you haven't seen any of the new Spawns, man, they're fantastic.
Nice. But yeah, these are just 3 of my favorite ones that I had. I was like digging through. I mean, I've got a ton of Spawn. As a matter of fact, my 2 read stack right now is like me catching up on all the Spawn that I've got to read, and it's like a stack like that big of Spawn that I got to read. So
yeah, my stack's pretty big. I try and stay, since there's so many Spawn books. Those are some of the first ones I always read, just try and stay up to date with it. But my stack's pretty big, especially like another thing I was going to talk about is there's actually somebody has a question. Is it, or do you can still consider Saitama still a gag character? I'm confused with that character. Am I? Does that ring a bell with you, Tylax?
I have no idea who that is.
Hooker. If you wanna Hooker, if you wanna explain more in the chat, I got you, my dude. Everybody's just saying, yes, he is always the most casual one.
That knows.
No, I watch your content. It's just the late night insomniac one. That's hard for me to catch, bro. Late nights, it just depends on if I work in the morning or not. But I always go back and watch recaps and shit, and I always make sure I give you guys those view hours. For sure.
1 Man Punch. Oh, that's out of my.
Oh, is that what he said? One Punch Man.
Yeah, One Punch Man.
So I'm anime heavy. I watch Dragon Ball Z. I watch My Hero. I watch Attack on Titan. I don't really consider Invincible anime, but that's one of the new ones I watch.
I watch Dragon Ball, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, that like 2000s, 90s era stuff. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's great, bro. One Punch Man is one I haven't watched, so I wouldn't be able to.
I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hello, Seth. Neil was in here. Hello, Neil. I forgot to say hello to you.
Yeah, that's another good one, TM. Bleach. Big O. Big O was a show that I really, really loved, and it was basically Batman, but from Japan. And he had like a giant mech that he walked around in instead of like gadgets. But he had a butler. He had like sidekick and everything. It was great.
Yeah, the reason I was getting behind on my reading is because I just finished for shout out to Beckerman and the Comic Viking. They're doing their book club. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow at 8:00. So I've been reading Kingdom Come and I just finished it today. And as not a DC guy, I've never read it. I'll give you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on their show, but I'm definitely going to be in their chat, hanging out with them and talking about it. Mark's from Legion of Comics is going to be there too. But I give it a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. Giving my first impression with it. The first half of the book was like a 4 out of 10 for me. I wasn't really sure what was going on. It kind of was all over the place for me. The biggest thing for me was, since I'm not a DC guy, I wasn't familiar with a lot of characters, the background characters in it. And I didn't know on like one of the last pages, it explains and shows every character. So I wish I would have known that at the beginning. But once Shazam showed up, that book was, like I said, like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's classic Mark Waid, Alex Ross. Alex Ross's artwork.
It was phenomenal.
Just so good. So, yeah, that's classic. That's a good one to read.
What's up, Marcus, brother? Hopefully you're having a great night, man.
Look at all
that. One of the best for sure. Cajun. Up there. What is up, Drac? Hopefully you're sucking blood and having a great night, my dude. I'm trying, man. Like I said, dude, just from my pull list, Flash. I just read this today. Flash is now on my pull list. That's now on my pull list. I got all the Lazarus stuff. I'm not a Captain America or Superman guy, just because they were just never for me. But I am gonna put the new Superman #1, like the start of the new dawn of the DC or whatever. I'm gonna dive into that head first. So hopefully that's good.
I was about to say, I've never been a Superman guy. I was never a Cap guy until I hit Civil War. When I hit Civil War, I kind of gained a whole lot more respect for him. Because, I mean, I always just assumed he was a guy who just followed orders. And
yeah, it was just always the same story for me. It was just always like very patriotic and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. Like, I respect them as characters. Superman is hands down one of the most iconic characters and the backbone of DC. And same thing with Captain America. They're iconic.
Yeah, it was the same way with Captain America until I got to Civil War. And then I was just like, oh, okay, he does have a brain and actually, makes his own decisions. So, but I do like DC stuff. I love Batman. I recently started getting into detective and started collecting detective. Flash, Nightwing, huge Nightwing fan, huge Flash fan, have been for a while. Yeah, like I like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I've been reading Batman since Zdarsky took over, and that's been great. I'm not reading Detective Comics or any of those.
Detective has had. I mean, I've dropped it since then, but I need to be able to put it. I wish I could put it back on my pool because I really liked it. Ram V was doing the writing. Huge Swamp Thing fan. I love Swamp Thing, so that's DC. Yeah.
Just catching up with comics. Yeah, Civil War was good. I had to read the trade because that's when I wasn't collecting.
It's amazing how every year that all these companies every year put out an event, but literally it's like once a decade where an event is really, really good. So
that's what I was trying to explain. I was talking to somebody about Dark Web, and they're hating on it, and I'm like, it's very hard. People are always like, oh, I wish events were like Secret Wars. I wish events were like this, this, and this. Events like that and stories like that, that's like generational things. Like, just like Michael Jordan was the greatest of his generation, LeBron's the greatest of my generation. Yeah. There'll be a greatest of that generation and a greatest of the next generation. That's how it is with everything. It's just very hard to replicate greatness. Yeah. And it's simple. It's hard.
And it's really weird. With sports, it's a little easier because you have all these guys playing. So there's
right.
one great guy.
Mm-hmm.
But with comic book events,
it has to be out of the park.
I mean, yeah, you don't know. You could say, oh well, they need to only do one every 10 years. Well, what if they did that one that decade and it sucked? It wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you can only have a first appearance of Spider-Man once, a first appearance of Superman once, a first appearance of all the Spider-Man villains once. You can't. It's very hard to again recreate an iconic character, especially in this day and age with all these people juggernauts being established. It's hard,
and it's a thing where you gotta take the bad with the good. Like sometimes you're gonna have sucky events. They're gonna keep putting them out because people are gonna keep buying them and reading them because they want them to be good.
Mm-hmm. But, I'm just big. I tell everybody just. No tie-ins. Don't buy any of the tie-ins. Comic books are expensive. You don't need the tie-ins. And a lot of reason people hate on events are because they read the tie-ins. Like I heard X-Men for the Dark Web was good. I didn't read it. Again, it wasn't necessary. But again, props to it for being good. But a lot of the times, just tie-ins are necessary and they're just money grabs. So Axe Judgment Day was phenomenal. I loved it. I read the main story. I liked that it gave you the take of like regular humans. Like if an end of the world event was happening, it wasn't all about, hey, what's happening with Captain America, what's happening with Spider-Man, what's happening with the X-Men. You got thought bubbles from the average person, like, oh crap, the world's ending, and what were they doing with their family?
And it's like what they said in Men in Black. The world's always ending. There's always some Carillion death ray or some thing that's going to try to wipe out, stuff on Earth. You gotta it's always going to be a thing. You just have to it's every once in a while stuff's going to be really good. And those are the ones, that's why I always just wait. I wait and I'll just sit out events. And if they're really, really, really good, I'll hear about them and then I can go get them, and you can still get them for relatively, unless they're like a Secret Wars or you got to think Secret Wars now, there's only one book out of that whole run that's even expensive now. The rest of them are relatively.
Yeah. The first Spider-Man and then the first Spider-Woman's all right, but it's nothing.
Like the first Black Suit Spider-Man is the only one that commands a premium. So and
that's the only one I'm missing. I have the full run. I just haven't went out and got that. I haven't seen it in person.
Yeah, that one's still not that unattainable. It's actually, pretty doable. So
yeah, I always I just like to get stuff in the wild for sure.
To be honest, the best cover in the whole run was what was it, issue 12, the Doom cover, where he's like, that's like the
that was what I had up there. And Secret Wars is actually what sparked my I kind of have a kink of pink or like purple covers. And the issue with the pink cover, that's what's kind of sparked. I love pink in the background in any covers.
I was about to say, I love the purple background covers. Purple, because
Same.
on with purple, the Thor, a lot of Thor books background and stuff like that. Some X-Men do too. I love purple for some reason, that like in the backgrounds and stuff. It's either purple or white. Like that is the only two that's like,
What's up, Ralphos Comics? Hopefully you're having a great night. What's up, Mark? You got that link if you ever want to jump on, man. You missed the first little segment where we showed off collectibles, and then we showed off 3 covers and talked about it. So if you guys got any toys or collectibles you want to show off, I'll drop that link in chat, and I'll take care of you guys.
Heroes?
I'm sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LeBron will definitely be breaking Kareem's record. But like just talking about sports, I don't put, because I'm a huge sports guy, but I will always say Jordan's the greatest of his generation. It was a little bit more before my time. I remember Jordan on the late Bulls, and then he retired, and then he was on the Wizards and stuff like that. But that's not Jordan to me. But again, he was the greatest of his generation. Every generation of basketball or any generation of sports is always going to be different. If LeBron was playing in Jordan's time, or if anybody was playing in Jordan's time, it'd be crazy because LeBron's got 200 pounds on all these dudes. So it'd be a different time, except like Shaq and like Charles Barkley and, Patrick Ewing and all the big dudes. But LeBron could play point guard at 250, 6'6". So it's totally different. Jordan in today's game, he would just cross everybody up and have to be like Steph Curry, be super quick, super finesse, super stuff like that. I think he would still be a GOAT playing in today's time, but it's just different generational stuff.
Yeah, that is a big. I'm waiting for somebody to say it in chat because I was thinking it as soon as you said it. The biggest problem would be LeBron wouldn't be able to draw a foul. People all day long, and he'd be like foul, and they'd be like, not in this league. It's not the way we play here. Like literally, we've seen people definitely get fouled, like get crowded, basically get killed, and they were sitting there like, is somebody gonna call something? So yeah, it's different. Because I've heard that a lot of guys who played with Jordan say that if he played now, since you could hardly touch people without drawing a foul, he would either be constantly tempting people into like fouling him, or he would just do like Steph Curry. He would just be taking long distance shots.
Yeah, if you watch the 30 for 30 on the Bulls and stuff, they talk about like Jordan in this day and age, and Jordan straight says like he wouldn't be able to play, or he would have to completely change his play style just because of the things like that. So like I just don't compare them.
Yeah.
Jordan's the greatest of his time. LeBron's the greatest of his time. Kobe's up there, but Kobe was in the same time as LeBron, so I put him like to me, LeBron and Kobe are like 1 and 2.
The only thing that I'm worried about is, okay, LeBron's breaking Kareem's record. Somebody look up when they counted threes, because I think some of Kareem's career, especially his early career, there weren't even 3-point shots. Like those were still twos behind the line. Because I know Bird was that way. Bird, when he started playing professionally, they didn't even have a 3-point line. Like, they had a line, but it wasn't 3.
Sorry, I gotta fix my cushioning. But Cole's right. Back in the day, the only people that were really playing hard were like the bad boys in like Detroit and stuff like that, with like Rodman and all them. And fouls weren't being called. But like if you just look at the size of people, dudes were big back in the day, but they weren't in the weight room all day long. Like Rodman, he was a big guy, but he wasn't in the weight room all day. He was out partying, out hanging out with models, drinking, smoking cigars, doing all that. He was just a freak athlete. Now, back in the day, if you had all those dudes with the equipment we had now, they'd be monsters. So like I said, it's just totally two eras. So I just never compare it. Everybody's had their greats in all sports. There's multiple GOATs to me in all sports. So
I was about to say, somebody look up when they started counting threes, because I don't think because I'm pretty sure they didn't when Larry started. And if they didn't when Larry started, Kareem was way before Larry.
So, yeah, I'm not sure when they started. What's up, Shop? comic book community, turning all this into superheroes. Make sure you guys go follow him over IG if you want to see that. Yeah, that's my thing. I always like LeBron. LeBron's the best of our generation. Michael Jordan's the best of their generation. You know, before that, Kareem and we had Magic Johnson and stuff like that, Larry Bird. So multiple goats.
Oh, who is Adam Morrison?
That's a center, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's a center. That's that big dude that's always fighting people, right?
Yeah, 79 to 80.
80.
So, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Adam Morrison's the big center that's always trying to fight, like that nobody wants smoke from.
I love this debate because it always goes on and on.
Here, I'll start a new debate, and as an Eagles fan, this is hard to say. Tom Brady's the GOAT of football. There's no comparison. There's no comparison.
Damn.
There's Joe Montana's close, but there's Tom. You got to give it at the end of the day. You got to give it to Brady with what he did. He should have.
Did.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't Brady. Brady, sure, but Brady left the Patriots and got a ring first year with the Bucks. He should have retired that. Yeah. That's what I'd say. He should have got that ring, retired on top. He messed up doing himself. But at the end of the day, man, it sucks to say, but Brady holds that. Oh, Morrison has a mustache. Oh, Cole just sent me a picture. I thought it was a different dude.
Adam Morrison has a mustache. Who is that?
Right.
Now I'm gonna look this up. Who is that? I don't know. Who did you say?
He's not no Bo Jackson. You were correct. He cannot snap a baseball bat over his knee and thigh.
That guy? Oh my god. So I know who this is. Yeah. No. I mean, he's smart for his tactics, but once you make him take a bath.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's the guy who literally would not bathe, just because that way people wouldn't want to get near him when he played, and people were like, even people on his team were like, take a bath, take a shower. If you don't take a shower, we're gonna hit you with a hose pipe when you come in. Like, man,
I couldn't imagine. I used to play sports back in the day, and like I would tell some of my teammates, be like, bro, you're coming in the showers, like, come on. Like, there ain't no reason to be smelling like that. Other than that, any books you're reading that you recommend to anybody?
Let's see. What did I just catch up on? I just caught up on my detective stuff. That was pretty good. I just started reading this. The Unexpected, number 157. 67.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. After reading this, like, I've got a few horror books. I think I'm just gonna start buying like horror books anytime I see them because it's actually really good. The artwork's
yeah,
really
all those. I forget. There was another horror books. Man, I can't think. Can't think of what it's called, but it was like a bunch of like slashers. They all live in a house together, and it's kind of like it kills something. I don't know if Matty Ice is still in chat. He showed it off, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the book. It had a black and white cover.
Look,
where monsters lie. There we go.
Yeah, it's totally a thing. He didn't bathe, so people would stay away from him so he could get the ball and try to. It was totally a thing, and his team was just like, if you don't bathe, we're hosing you down. Like,
that's wild.
We have to travel with you, dude. Like, no. But yeah. Really getting into, like, you know, I mean, this just happened to be a DC book. If it was a Marvel book, I still would have got it. But yeah, I started reading a bunch of these. Let's see, I've got some Spawn coming up that I'm reading, and some Thor. I'm just catching up on reading, like, because I've been about hitting up that flea market on the way to the dojo every Saturday, and I've been leaving like stacks and stacks of back issues. So,
dude, I can't wait for it because, dude, flea markets are only around here when it's warm, like in the summertime. Like when it's cold, we get no flea markets. Let's go.
I did see a few Animal Man books, but I seen so much. Like I was thinking about grabbing a few of them because I did see some of those Jeff Lemire Animal Mans, but at the same time, like there was so much other stuff that I already knew that I wanted that I could
What am
wait.
What am I reading? Man, I got a lot of books here. I still have 55 issues of The Walking Dead Deluxe I have to read.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I literally just took. Hold on a second. I'll go get them real quick because I literally just took them in the other room.
Like I said, if anybody missed it, my last video was, like I said, one of my biggest hauls ever. So that was my last upload. So if you want to see everything I picked up, go check that out. I would appreciate it. Got a couple trades in, like this trade. Shout out to Trev. Just started watching this, and now I'm getting all the trades for Invincible.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the facsimile issue 1. So the Thor stuff that I'm reading, I got some old First Earth Force. Got some old
Nice.
stuff. Who is this? This isn't even that old. This is 90s, isn't it? Yep, 91. So that peak 90s goodness. Who is the most shocking super foe of all? This is back when he had the mask on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mask Thor. And then I got some of the new stuff that I got to catch up on. This is covered with Venom.
The new Thor is awesome. I love how they're tying it in with like King of Black
This is an Oliver Copiel cover. Oliver Copiel is one of my favorite Thor artists. Like it's like him and Walt Simonson are like two peas in a pod. This is that Klein guy that I've been seeing a lot. Yeah, this is the Klein cover or something Klein.
That's the new arc on they're touching back with the Black Infinity Stone and stuff. I think that's so dope.
And then I've got a back issue of this. This book, when I first started collecting and was buying new books, this book was really hot. Like everybody was getting Birthright. Found
I remember that
book, so I grabbed it. I'm gonna read it and see if I like it. But then I hit my Spawn book, and literally, like, dude, when I said I had a stack, like this is my Spawn stack that I have to catch up on.
Oh man, you haven't read that?
This is like 331, 332.
That's why I stick up with Spawn, because you have the Scorch, you have Spawn, you have King Spawn, you have did you get this? Unwanted Violence, this new one?
Oh yeah, I think I have that in my pool. I think I do.
Yeah, I got the Virgin cover for that one.
Oh, here you go. We were talking about purple. The purple Spawn.
Hang on, right here.
Yeah.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, purple, dude. And then I've got some back issues. I dropped Scorch and I dropped King. So all I'm still
really.
Yeah, I dropped both of them because I couldn't keep up with 4, even though they were $2.99 piece.
Bro, so
I had to send them all out. So I got some Scorched.
King Spawn right now is my favorite out of all the Spawn books.
I've had 2 covers of number 9. One of them's already in the box, and then this one's I'm reading. And then 10.
Really?
King Spawn, I had 12. I love this cover.
I got that cover as well.
And then 13, Violator.
Nice.
And then 14, and then finishing it up. That's catching me up on all my Spawn. To finish it up, I ended up finding this at the flea market. Serenity, free comic book day.
Oh, dope.
So I'll finish it up with that. But yeah, that's what I do. I'll literally like grab a stack of stuff that I'm behind on or that I have and then I'll throw like a random issue in between them to kind of break up the
plot. Right. Yeah, King Spawn started off a little slow for me, but the last like 3 or 4 issues have been just nothing but the craziest like horror and Spawn.
The first issue of King Spawn blew my mind. I was like,
yeah, same. But like it kind of drug on. I was like, man, is this gonna? Because like I have to read it, Spawn, because they're all intertwined. But the horror aspect in the past couple issues have been absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
like Kincaid came back. Kincaid came back as like a whole bunch, like 100 different like body parts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, like dude, like I was getting 4 Spawn books. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, is that the 90s or no?
It's the extreme variant for Thor 30, the pink one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Let me see. You said, am I getting the other Spawn book that's coming out? Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, it's Unwanted Violence. It's all right.
I know I'm getting the Batman Spawn black and white. Are you getting that?
It's at my LCS. I haven't got it yet.
Okay, yeah, I know it's in. Let's see, is it current shipment? Is that what I'm looking for, or is it?
Because I have 6 or 7 of them right now. You guys want to see a nice cover, man? This art germ for Sins of Sinister was absolutely incredible.
Issues this week. Okay, I'll swap over. Did it not swap over? Let's see. I'm getting Spawn 338, 2 copies of Spawn 338. Why am I getting 2? Oh, I know why. Getting 2 copies of Spawn 338. I might have not picked up the what do you call it? Because there's Batman and Spawn, the unplugged edition. Number 1.
Yeah, it's the unplugged edition.
Yeah. And I think it just says unplugged, so I'm assuming it's black and white. Yeah, I think I dropped the other Spawn when I didn't get it because I figured I could just always get it later.
Kyle, if you're still here, I dropped the link in chat if you want to hop on, man.
Man, I've got so many good books because so Alex Ross is doing like Ross timeless versions of like
the villains.
He's doing a Mystique one for
Yep. So he's doing all the villains. There's like 30 some of them. Go to if you're getting those, go to Big Time Collectibles. You can order them all up with a discount.
There you go. Let's see. Art Germ is doing Batman variants with all the villains. Those are looking pretty good. I got the Catwoman one. I've got the Joker one coming. I'm getting all these facsimiles that are coming out.
Same. I'm grabbing them as well.
David Nakayama's got a Flash cover coming out. That's absolutely amazing.
What is up, Psychedelic Comics? Hopefully you have a great night. Oh, yeah. There he is. There's Kyle. I'm going to bring him in.
Yeah, I had to quietly tiptoe upstairs and get my setup.
Yeah, I'll just wait for
so. Yeah, so no comic book stuff. I thought that's great. I won't even touch my comics. So.
Yeah, that is cool. What is that, Metallo?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one actually is.
Oh, no, that's Steve Beach live.
It's really weird because I'm not into Superman, but there are certain Superman covers that I want. Like, for some reason, they're just awesome Superman covers that I want.
Have you been grabbing these Spawn covers, the like splash matte covers?
Yeah, David Mack. Yeah, anything David Mack I've been grabbing.
Yeah, they're sick.
I got the Spawn one where it's just Spawn.
Biggie Shack, what is up, brother? Hopefully you're having a great night, man.
I've got 2 books coming in from
the Superman book, Travis.
I got 2 books that I just purchased from Who Dat Comics that are coming in the mail. One of them is a big book that another one that I'm scratching off the list for this year. I had 5 big books that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got another one coming in. So this will be 2 in 2 months that I've gotten. So I think I might chill for a minute as far as like big books go.
Shout out to S Vaughn 82. He so Vanish is one of my favorite books currently. I absolutely love Vanish. It reminds me of old Spawn and everything. Scotty Young on his website for $14 shipped. You can get the newest issue that comes out in March, signed by him. $14 shipped. What is up, Kenneth? Hopefully you're having a beautiful night, my dude. You're looking beautiful, Kyle.
Thank you, Seth. Yeah, I look rode hard and put up wet.
Oh, man.
You want me to do a quick show and tell?
Yeah, sure. What you got, my dude?
What you got?
I hear people always talking about 99 first Pokemon. Last night on Spine Tech, they were talking about it. There's a little Pokemon that's a little...
Oh, Raichu.
Nice little shiny because it's the 96 first edition Japanese.
Oh, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That comes from the Japanese vending machines. I got that for my grandson. Then you hockey fans. Oops, grabbed the wrong hockey cards. Yeah, like I said, I was talking to Spine Ticks, and anybody knows hockey. You know, blow me up a little bit here so this will show up.
Yes, sir. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Oh, hang on.
Hey, you know, there you go. Just make me go away.
Yes, sir. Hang on.
Do the crowd a favor. Can anybody tell what's wrong with his card?
It looks
See the
like
name on it?
3 different teams.
You see the name on it?
Joe
Sakic?
Yeah. If you're curious, that's what Joe Sakic looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, who's that?
One of his teammates. And before they switched the thing on the card, they left his name on the wrong card.
Oh, that's like the baseball card that they have where the guy's got something written on the bat knob.
Dude, I've got football cards with baseball players on the back of them.
Oh my God, that's great.
So, but yeah, totally different cards and stuff. But before they put the wrong guy on before they pulled it, or they
crazy.
What happened was they didn't switch the name off of there. So they were talking about Joe Sakic last on Spine Tech. So I sent him pictures.
I totally forgot about the solo thing. I should have probably did that when we were showing things off.
The Billy Ripken.
Then there's
Cat's wild out.
What did you see?
For you,
whatever you saw.
for you hockey fans, how about a Gordie Howe autograph?
Nice.
And then people tend to say that Gordie Howe is the greatest hockey player of all time, but I beg to differ.
I was about to say that would be my pick. That would be my pick all day long.
And why these aren't normal, come as you get them autographed cards is because, make sure I have the number covered here, is because this is how fucking cool I am.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I have the Great One's home address.
It's all
And then
Mom
the
over there.
Brady debate about football players. Peyton, if he'd have won a few more Super Bowls, might be in.
Agreed.
Of course, there's my Peyton Upper Deck Authentic that he printed off for me at his house.
Nice.
So
I'm just gonna touch on Seth's psychedelic comment. I appreciate that, man. I got 2 cats myself, so definitely rock that profile picture forever.
Oh, that's sweet. And then if you want to see the very first set of basketball cards, here's 5 of the 6 of them.
That's sick.
The 1948 Topps mini photos. Ned McCauley here, that guy was so big, he was MVP of the first All-Star game in 1957.
They look small.
They're tiny. There's 5 of them in a little card holder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the 6th one up there when I get it.
That's cool.
And then more batch of non-comic related stuff that's just fun. Here's a good World War II postcard with a GI sending a hey, how do you do home to his girl. But there's a prisoner of war post.
Oh.
From World War II from Germany.
Is that a concentration camp?
Yeah. Well, it's a prisoner of war camp.
Gotcha.
German prisoner of war sending a thing to a big preacher in the States about begging for forgiveness. But yeah. Dr. Belchin camp. Here's a prisoner of war envelope sent via the Red Cross. World War II. World War I trench postcard with a soldier writing home to his girl that he's still alive.
I love history like that. It's just crazy to see that paper is still around from that era.
Marines playing baseball before U.S. got involved in World War II.
Good old stickball.
Let's see. That's just. There's a British, Canadian, American soldier for World War I. And then here's a fun stack of prisoner of war cards. This one going to Russia. Russia, prisoner of war there. A German prisoner of war. Again, sent a message. Hi, I'm a prisoner and I'm alive.
Huh.
Another Russian prisoner of war.
I was about to say, these are going to Russia or coming from Russia?
These are coming out of the war. These are going to Russia.
Okay.
Out of Germany, probably.
Out of somewhere in the Baltic area.
Mm-hmm.
There's another Russian POW sent home. There's another Russian POW thing sent home. Again, standard message on the back. Hi, I'm alive. You know, another Russian POW.
Where did you get all these? Just curious. Did you get them on like an auction or something?
Here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a German one from, this is 1914, I think. No, this is 1916. I got them from cover the entire war. There's another Russian one and another extremely innocuous message. Hi, nothing to everything going on here. And there's a German one that's saying he's injured, but he's alive. Going back home. Then there's another Russian one. So I got them going all over the place. I'm trying to find the redacted one. I didn't even get out my envelopes. I got envelopes searched by the SS. I've got original photographs and negatives of the doughboys, the Marines liberating Paris, France, and the original negative to those photographs. So. But I didn't want to go too crazy. I just figured I'd pull out one box and grab what was on top of stuff and say, there you go.
I love it. I love seeing that. I wasn't involved in any wars or anything in my lifetime, but my grandfather, he was part of the Jolly Rogers and flew in the bombers and stuff like that. So my mom has all his pendants and his war medals and stuff like that all in frames. So
yeah, I'm an old Marine. I'm about to send this off to Wales. I'm done giving away most of my.
Man, with everything going on, we might all have to be Marines soon again.
Most of my medals are buried with old friends, but there's my Gulf War medal.
Nice.
And my replacement one because the original one had gold leaf around there. But I buried that in Livonia, Michigan when a friend of mine died. And so the family could keep their original medals as pallbearers at our dress blues. After the service, we took off our medals and we pinned him, and the family kept the original medals.
That's awesome.
Mine are buried in Michigan, but I'm mailing this up to Wales to a kid that collects World War I and II medals, mainly because his grandfather. And I said, well, would one of these look good in your collection? He's like, yeah, that'd be amazing. So I was like, all right, well, you can have mine.
Nice. That's awesome.
You know, because I don't give two shits about most of my medals. I think the only medal I ever really acknowledge are my humanitarian service medals.
Yeah.
I kept my nose clean and shot people. That's why I got medals. So.
You want to say, I think all my grandpa's medals, I can't remember what he said ended up happening to him. Like his ribbons and stuff like that. I think he had a few, but he said that there was a whole bunch of them that he ended up like trying to get replacements of them or something like that, or they just never gave them to him when he got out.
Well, you get out if you haven't been presented while you were in service. It's a pain in the ass to play catch up with it.
Yeah,
get the paperwork with it.
He said that the VA had gave him an address for an office he had to get in touch with, and then like he called up there and finally got in touch with somebody, and they said that the office had burnt down, and back then all the records were paper records. So, like,
well, if they were as long as they were still active, if they want. I've told you the story about where all the paper military records are, right?
Yeah.
Have I told you that story, Durs?
I don't think so. Run me down.
You've seen the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
Yeah.
In the very end of that, when they hand him the Ark, they hand that guy the Ark, and he starts pushing it through that big old cavernous storage thing. They like bury the Ark. That's actually an underground bunker where they keep military records in East St. Louis, Illinois.
Huh.
They actually let them shoot in there. So once you're off inactive reserve, once your contract expires, because active duty, it's there with you. And then when you're inactive, it goes to a representative or to your region. And then once your contract's fully expired, then they ship it off to there. So any of that burned up, like your grandpa's or whatever, he would have been in that transitional stage, and
Right.
they're gone for good.
Yeah.
They burn up, they're gone for good. So, but my file was supposed to go.
I think toward the end, he had actually gotten, and somebody at the VA got in touch with him, and he told the guy at the VA that, and the guy did some digging, and he said that he was like, I think I can help you get some of your medals. But then by that time, my grandpa was like, I probably don't have a whole lot left in my life. He was like, what's the point now? Like, if I had them before, that was fine. But I mean, if you can get them, I'll definitely take them. But I'm not making a whole lot of effort to,
yeah. Well, shit, I just lost my train of thought with that.
I do that all the time, man.
I was just trying to keep Gretzky's address covered up here because, can't be showing people Wayne Gretzky's home address.
I was about to say, you think he still lives there?
I know he still lives there.
Let's go TP and egg him. Maybe not egg him because those are expensive.
All right, let's rewind this a little bit so I can
clip it.
Mr. Gretzky.
No, I have no problem telling people he lives on Sepulveda Boulevard in L.A., but, that's miles long. You ain't going to get there. I ain't going to give you a street address. I ain't going to give you the street number. But
even though that's something, this is something that I'm loving about the whole Super Bowl thing, is the fact that two brothers are facing each other in the Super Bowl. And, if you're a parent,
yeah, she's got to be. It's got to be crazy for her. And that's crazy, spine tags.
Well,
I bet that's tough.
They're talking about letting the mom do the coin toss for the Super Bowl, which
I've seen that.
Genius idea. That is incredible. But B, okay, so which jersey is she gonna wear?
She rocks the dual. It's a dual jersey.
They made her a dual jersey. So which side is she gonna stand on? She gonna stand in the middle?
I don't know.
It's really weird because they've had.
Well, she'll probably be in like a press. I'm sure she'll be in like a press box or something because they're gonna keep showing her.
Well, I know they've had that conversation in that family where it was just like, okay, Mom, so who are you gonna pull for? And I'm pulling for both of you. Which one are you pulling for, Mom? Which one do you love the most? Okay, that's what we're at.
Travis and they have a podcast, and it's interesting to listen to as it's been leading up to the Super Bowl. They've kind of been like, because they gotta talk about like things on the podcast on topic and agree with stuff, but at the same time they're gonna be playing each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What is up, Tony? Hopefully you're having a beautiful night, my brother. Appreciate you being here.
It's really interesting how both of them are playing each other. It's probably it'd be great to be a fly on the wall to see how this is playing out behind the scenes.
For real.
Who was it? I know TJ and JJ Watt. They asked them like questions about stuff, and it's like, which one's your mom's favorite? And TJ's like, oh, me, I'm the baby.
Yeah, new heights is what it's called.
So who's your dad's favorite? Oh, that's JJ. JJ's dad's favorite, hand down. It's hilarious. So,
well, I'm gonna mute my mic, and I will be 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I remembered my lost train of thought thing there when I was talking about the records in East St. Louis, Illinois. I was all excited when my contract fully expired. I called my rep, and I'm like, yay, you're going to get my file. It's going to get buried. And he went, nope, your file shipped to the Pentagon. Now I'm in the basement of the fucking Pentagon.
I had to go check the status of my girlfriend being home. Hi.
So,
She's right there.
hi, girlfriend.
Hello, Miss Durst.
Yeah.
They said hello. I'll be done shortly. Okay, I love you.
My military records are buried in the basement of the Pentagon, and again, it's not
Thanks,
something
bro.
fancy. It's just a smaller storage unit space they have there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then again, it's comic related stuff. You get a kick out of this. I got put there because I was a top priority. I had top secret security clearance. I had a history with some stuff. So they forwarded that so that it was more readily accessible at the Pentagon, which again, it's just a big fucking hole. Just a big hole in the ground anyway. But it's more easily accessible. And I got put there because what I have is called a Pentagon red flag file. Well, it's a red tab that goes on they call it a red flag, but it's a red tab that goes on your service record book. And instead of being buried in East St. Louis, Illinois, it's more readily accessible in the basement of the Pentagon. And if you can think about a movie that's comic book related and kind of look, Bruce Willis, you'd think of Red with Colin Bunn and stuff like that. Where they talk about red meaning retired.
Going to disappear after this stream.
No, they talk about red retired extremely dangerous, which is the comic booky thing of it. What he based that on was a red flag file, and it ain't about retired extremely dangerous. It's the red flag on service record books, because like your spec ops or something like that. But it doesn't make you nothing fucking special. It's just you had this particular trade. We don't want to completely bury you. So we put your file there. It's not because you're like a master assassin or no dumb shit like that. The Project Red file that they base that on, where Ernest Borgnine was sitting in it, is actually a shithole. And it's not some tiny little room with a safe door. It's a great big damn basement full of records. But yeah, the concept for Red is based on that. Because they're red flag files. So, what we called red flag files, but it was like, because red tab sounds kind of stupid. So, but it's just red tabs on your service record book that get buried in the basement. But it's more readily accessible. But in the last 15 years, they've
just wait like 10 minutes.
They've gone completely digital, so no records can get lost. They haven't backed up and stuff like that. I know it was like a 50-year project to go back and get everybody in the system going back, because what they have in East St. Louis is every service record book from the Civil War up, which again is underground, so a tornado don't hit it, so a fire don't hit it. So
is it paper records? It's all that paper records? That's insane.
It's all paper records, and there's only so many put in per section, and then there's enough room so they can, if a fire does happen to break out, even though it's temperature controlled and the climate controlled and everything down there, in case there's a fire, only so many get lost or things like that. But that whole system's being antiquated. But they dug that hole the same time they dug the SAC-NORAD hole to build the missile defense system.
It's crazy.
So, but yeah, if anybody talks about, you ever meet somebody that talks like, yeah, I was in the military and I did this and these are great things, and they base like the movie Red on me, just look them square in the eyes and go, you're a fucking dumbass. Red on some stupid thing.
I couldn't imagine going in there and having to organize all that or find something.
Harvey Picard did that for Cleveland for his,
really?
Retired doing that, yeah. He retired handling files because they cross-pollinate. Your medical file sits in a medical section, and he did the medical sections. And then your service file sits with whatever S2 is in the region. And then they marry them both together when they bury you away. That's why they say before they bury you, get a DD-214 and get your last final physical so you can prove all your injuries and things like that. So, but I don't care. They told me I'd be crippled for life with this hand right here where they sewed my finger back on. They told me it'd be like by the time I was 30. Still
that's
work.
good take while you're here, Kyle. What's your take on the Chinese balloon that just got shot down?
Oh my God! If you don't think that shit happens every day,
Not like that. Not
every,
like that.
every day, some stupid shit
So,
like that happens.
so if you think of it, so if you're saying it like that, I think of it. There's so many people with phones. You would see that.
Every day.
People would be recording that.
Well,
That
somebody saw. That's the only reason it became public. They've already said Trump swept 3 of them under the rug and kind of hit them, and it's whatever. It's just people saw whatever. That shit happens all the time. It is so ridiculously normal. It's gross. I can tell you,
but we straight shot it down, and then China's response was they're gonna retaliate how they.
How dare you? We'll shoot down one of you.
That's what they said basically. How dare you?
Whatever. So you want a history lesson? You were alive while the Berlin Wall was still up, right? You were born.
Yep. Right. When did it get taken down? Was that like 94? I'm bad at history. 92.
Now the Berlin Wall came down, and then the 39th parallel that divides the Koreas is a couple of miles of just dead land.
Just stand there and guard it.
Dead land and stuff like that. And I don't give a hoot. Again, I'm gonna watch my language. I don't give a hoot if anybody from the NSA is watching or anything. I don't care.
Make sure if anybody from the NSA is watching, make sure you like and share and subscribe.
Yeah.
Do all that.
Everybody, if you're watching, say hi, JP. But for the 30 plus years the Berlin Wall was up, and since the DMZ's been established, the United military has averaged, now it's not common, but has averaged 1 death a day for 30 years. Wrap your head around that, because there's 365 days in a year over 30 years. Averaged 1 death a day on the perimeter. How many have you ever heard about?
None, or if not,
they don't make it public knowledge. If you ever wonder why there's suddenly a random training helicopter crash where 23 people died, it's an explanation.
Side note, hello Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. Hopefully you're having a great night, bro.
Collecting what
I don't know.
Gitmo soon. Hey, you want to see pictures of me down at Gitmo? They're fun. They're before they built the prison. And I want a I want a ribbon for pissing off Fidel Castro.
I love that their response was like, "How dare you?" And I was like, "This is like my neighbor walking into my yard, and then me being like calling the cops, and then the cops show up, and he's like, "How dare you call the cops on me for being in your yard?" And I'm just like,
"Yep." Except both neighbors can vaporize countries.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the joke about being a blacklist operative, that is so dumb too. That the Hollywood versions of those are so dumb, it's not even funny. If you want a great Hollywood representation of a wet works guy, Gross Point Blank.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Point blank. What'd you do? I killed the president of Paraguay with a fork. How are you? It's that kind of guy. He's a schmutz. You couldn't pick him out of a crowd. That's the kind of wet works guys there are around.
I didn't even think about that.
It's not big and fancy, and John knows somebody that was wet works, and that's why he did that. And he made a parody of it, so he didn't have to get it approved. Because scripts that have any of that stuff in it have to have government approval, and you'll see that tagline at the end of movies. Any that deal with military, obviously, but any that deal with wet works and stuff, they have to get the rubber seal stamp because it can't get too close to the truth. Mm-hmm. And the truth is not Bruce Willis. The truth, now, mind you, in Red, the truth is very much like Helen Mirren and John Malkovich and that type of person. Yeah, that's legit. Those folks are out there that you'd never think that there was a grandma sitting in England who was a world-class sniper.
Yeah,
you never know it.
There's a series on YouTube, like I I don't know who exactly does it, but there's a bunch of series that like different channels do where they get people who are actually things to watch movies. You can watch movies where they're doing basically what their job is, and they say whether this stuff is true or not. And one lady was a lady who worked for the CIA, and if you if you would have had to pick her out of a lineup as far as being like a spy who does spy things, it looks like my mom.
Yeah,
you never look at this lady and be like, oh, she's a spy. Like,
are you talking about Mrs. Doubtfire? Is that what you're talking about?
Literally looks like
That's like I drove Mark and them crazy on a Legion discussion when there was the furor about the Brittany Griner trade, and we're losing this big powerful guy that they based that movie on for Lord of War, and I'm like, that guy was so nobody. It's not even funny.
We got to get her back, man. She took a bunch of carts over there. We gotta bring her back.
She was an idiot for taking drugs over there.
For sure. If you're gonna go to Russia, that's the last place I'd be taking drugs.
Everybody's worried about this guy they based a movie on, and I'm like, dude, if they gave you a name, you puppet on both sides, and nobody gave two snots about it.
That was the biggest thing. Is I was literally just like, why would you do something to even take the chance of going to jail?
100%. 100%.
All the countries I could possibly go to jail in, like
Russia's the last one I'm going to be doing anything.
And she was stupid about it. She was just
between Russia or maybe China or
North Korea
or something.
But seriously, I mean, Americans going abroad who make stupid mistakes because they're stupid. There's 100,000 of them a day.
Yeah, that's true.
There's 100,000 of them a day. You go abroad and you look around, you can pick Americans out from a mile away from how stupid they are. Yeah. You want to get robbed in a foreign country? Put the camera around your neck, have your fanny pack on, have your silly I'm a tourist t-shirt on, and walk around looking like a tourist. That says, hi, beat me up, take me, please. Please mug me. When you can walk around and take all kind of pictures.
I've been to other countries quite a few times, and every time I'm very careful. I'm not going to be walking down no random dark alleys. I'm not going to be going places I probably shouldn't be going. I'm going to stay in the tourist kind of area.
Well, and again, you're more likely to get robbed in a tourist area than you are.
Well, not even robbed. But I'm not worried about getting robbed. Good luck trying to rob me, but if somebody walks up and wants to kill me or murder me, that's going to be a little bit harder to do in a public place. Robbing, I've never been robbed in my life, so knock on wood.
And yet I've had a gun stuck in my face a half a dozen times between robbing me, beating my ass. I got my ass beat by a gang of dudes that took us for $16. Took two of us, beat the shit out of us for $16. We put up a fight, but we got gang thumped. And I was like, well, there you go. You got $16 and a crummy driver's license.
Right. Yeah, I used to do some wild stuff. If you ever want a back history of that, it's on SVon 82's live show. I did a whole backstory about talking about my past demons and all the crazy gang stuff I used to do. So.
The worst part is all the stupid stuff I used to do wasn't even gang related. It was just me being young and stupid.
Same. I liked easy money back in the day. That's where I was at. Nice. Biggie Shack, side note, it's been kind of a quest, this whole live stream. Biggie's been on a quest for his gummies. We have now confirmed that he has completed his quest. Achievement unlocked and gummies recovered. Oh, you'd rob me in Canada? That'd be very
polite robbing in the.
I was just getting ready to say, "Hello, sir. May I please have your things?
Please have your money, sir? Eh?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. What do you need it for? And then they'll explain, sir, I'm homeless. I need this, and this, or sir, I'm just in a bad mood and I need some money for comics. Sure, man. Here's $5. Have a good day. Thanks, man. You too.
Like I seriously think if somebody who's Canadian robs me, they're going to be terribly sorry before they run away with my money.
Yeah, like sorry, bro. Don't worry. I'll cancel. Don't even worry about your credit cards. I'll cancel all that for you. I'll reach out. I'll take care of all that.
I don't know. You ever had the camera cocked on you to like a 38 special where you saw the chamber click and the hollow point bullet go in?
I think the opening scene for that movie, or the ending scene, I think.
No, I mean, have you ever seen it? Not a movie.
Oh no! No, not like that. There's a movie that has an opening scene like that.
No, it'll get your attention. It'll get your undivided attention when they lock it in and the spindle goes and you see a hollow point go in, and well, he's gonna cave my forehead. I had a discussion with a guy with a gun stuck to my forehead. Discussion with him, I'm like, maybe I get away, maybe I can't, maybe I get out and beat you to death, maybe I don't. But let's talk about your problem because it ain't with me. And I stood there for 5 minutes with a gun cocked in my head.
I'm Keanu Reevesing in that moment. He's got a gun in my head. I'm,
Nope.
instantly dodging.
Nope. You flinch the wrong way. You look down at his hips or something. If you're with the wrong person, there is no dodge.
Yeah.
Trigger finger goes before you move. If you ain't 5 feet away from him, don't even try and move.
Yeah.
If you're right up on them, you better be going through them. If they're center massed anywhere, don't move. Don't move. Because a graze with a hollow point will JFK your head.
Yeah.
So 5 feet away, you can think about it, but you better be on top of them before that sumbitch gets pointed. If they got a little 22 pea shooter or whatever, then here. I ain't taking my pants off or nothing to keep Van Hoot here, but if they got a 22 pea shooter, it just leaves a little plastic surgery scar on your years down the road.
Yeah.
Pea shooters don't do much of nothing, but there's a big difference between a hollow point and a pea shooter.
No, the closest I've ever come to weapons is I used to carry all the time back in the day, but some dude rolled up on me with a knife and I laughed at him, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, but you never know who you're dealing with. I had a buddy carried a 357 Magnum, and you figure that's enough anyway. He loaded it with hollow points, which is overkill. But
Right.
he filled his hollow points with fucking mercury, so a graze would fucking kill you.
Oh my God.
That's how you know you're dealing with a fucking stone cold killer. Excuse me, I said it again. Sorry, but
oh no, that's fine. I have all my stuff set to like not kids, so you can cuss and stuff. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but just imagine, just getting grazed by a 357, take a chunk off of you. Then the fact the hollow point's filled with mercury, that'll give you blood poisoning right away.
Speaking of Jackie Chan, has anybody ever watched back in the 90s the old Jackie Chan cartoon that used to be on? Anybody see that? Let me know in chat if you used to mess with
the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think they had like each Chinese New Year had like powers with the animal, and they were rings or something that they could have the powers. Callie said he got stabbed, but it was by himself. It counts, right? Yeah.
Hey, Callie, let's compare stab wounds. This is what a knife to the face does to you. There's
Jackie Chan Adventures
right there. Went right through to my gums. I don't have dimples. I have a stab wound with stitches in my face.
Totems. Yes, it was totems. Thank you, guys. Underrated cartoon, for sure.
I remember the MC Hammer cartoon.
Man, there's so many random cartoons back in the day. Street Sharks, that was an underrated cartoon.
There was the MC Hammer cartoon where if you put on magic shoes, he would become a superhero who would dance beat the villain.
Can't test this. Oh, now we all got to twerk. So,
speaking of random things, do you guys? So I know this is a big thing, but because Shazam and what was the other one? There was one by Sinbad and one by Shaq. I know you guys remember this. It's like what do they call it? God damn, my brain is just not working. Being live for this long, my brain melts. Mandela effect.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep, I strictly remember Wizard movie having Sinbad and their one being Shaq as well. Yeah, Street Sharks was amazing. Kid and
Yeah,
Play cartoon.
Shaq movie there, Tom.
Yep, facts.
Who owns the Kazam movie? I used to own a Kazam card autograph, but I never kept Shaq
I
cards.
thought it was,
So
everybody says it was Sinbad, but I think it was.
so
It's
so this
Shaq.
is
Shaq
this
was
is
in
this
Kazam. Sinbad was
yeah.
in another.
So this is how I remember it. I remember watching, it was either the Shaq one or the Sinbad one, and putting in the VCR, and during the trailers for it, it had like "Coming Soon" by Shaq was the other one, and I remember being a kid and being like, "This is the same movie I'm about to watch."
Yeah.
So I remember the trailer for that movie being on it.
Okay.
Kazam was legitimately bad, but I got rid of all my Shaq autographs because I saw him pull a pretty dick move once, and it was enough for me.
Like it's really weird because like that whole movie thing is ridiculous because I know I remember something, but people swear up and down it never happened. I was like, you sure there wasn't like a trailer or like
so for me, I don't talk about like religion or anything. I'm not going to get into that, anything like that. But I'm a huge believer in like kind of like the Rick and Morty theory. I believe there's many multiple dimensions and multiple versions of us existing at all times. Mandela effect to me is just a memory or a blip from said dimension bleeding into ours. And if you want to get science about it, or like I said, I can't talk. Alternate dimensions are literally proven. They just recently pulled atoms from a different dimension into ours. So
yeah, I read something about that.
You're into metaphysics there, Durs?
yeah, that's that for like if I had a religion, like alternate timelines and alternate dimensions and stuff would be my like afterlife and religion.
I'm gonna tell you two something that's a bit of a road trip, but not too far for you. Okay. Let's see, Durs, you're in northern Ohio, but you can get down to central Indiana pretty easily. So I'd say look up Camp Chesterfield, and
I've heard of that.
Outside of Muncie, Indiana. Go look around there if you want to see multi-dimensional stuff. You'll see it. It's in your face. Tylocks, you're in South Carolina, but you're coastal, right? You're not.
Appreciate you, Seth.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more of a drive for you, but Conyers, Georgia, up over. It's a suburb of Atlanta.
That's like an hour away.
Yeah. Roll out to Conyers, Georgia, and if you want to see some shit, you'll see some shit.
I was gonna say it's like an hour away, and then
if you're down south, go to
the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, Durs. If you've never looked that up, oh, that's a rabbit hole for you to go down when you get.
I say it's tough to go down those. Like Tony just asked, do I believe in life after death? I believe that we're all bigger than what we are. So Earth, we're all energy. We're all space dust. When we die, our energy and all that goes into the Earth, goes into the universe, goes into the galaxy, and that provides more life. So do I think
believe in reincarnation here more than anything here?
Yeah, that's kind of what I believe in a little bit. I don't really believe in life after death, but I don't believe in reincarnation either. Like I said, I believe in like our energy as a human, as a species, soul, whatever you want to call it. That energy fuels the energy of everything else.
If you hadn't seen it,
like the weirdest feelings of deja vu so much that I'm like, man, I think
I'm Biggie Shack. Same with Biggie Shack about the New York Fire Department. I remember that 100% as well.
Yeah, I remember that too.
If you like the thought of reincarnation, if you've never seen this 70s movie, The Reincarnation of Peter Proud, that's a watcher.
I know there was a Iron Maiden song called "The Reincarnation of Benjamin Breek," and that's an actual nice little rabbit hole too. Because I was like, this was like years before there was like Google, there was Yahoo and stuff, but there really wasn't. You know, the internet was new. But a couple of years ago, I heard that song and I was like, huh? And I Googled it, and there's like a whole backstory on that where it's like a guy who's like. who knew things about a guy's past life and all this other stuff. It was a weird little rabbit hole to go down. But like, yeah, Iron Maiden wrote a song about it. And I was like,
some of that stuff. Yeah, if you start researching some of that stuff, it's really, really crazy.
I'll show you
think
some
about.
random books in my library here. Let me kick
Show me quick, Kyle, because I'm wrapping up in the next like 5 minutes.
Well, it's right here. I'm not even going back upstairs. It's right here downstairs. So
Right.
you're talking
Same thing, Seth. I appreciate everybody's belief, and like I said, if you're religious, I respect everybody. And well, I guess one day, at some point, hopefully in our life, like my thing is, hopefully in my life, I can have my consciousness uploaded to an AI and live on forever that way. So we'll see.
Here, I'm gonna do a little scan of this so you can see some of the library books.
It's Chick-fil-A. See with the C. No K.
Random books on Homeland Security.
Yeah. I hold the New York Fire Department Biggie Shack is a whole thing. But yeah, you got all the conspiracy stuff, huh?
Any of you guys like alien stuff? How about Whitley Strieber's book?
Comedium Diaries or whatever. I think that's what they're called.
Oops, I dropped it while I was holding my phone this way. Well, that's autographed in it. I'm too shaky to be pulling it. Now, books on
the second one.
Metaphysics, world religions, metaphysics, ancient Celts.
Nice.
American Sniper, the whole Stephen King library, the whole Harry Potter library, the commission report on 9/11. All the Shah's Man, the truth behind Iran, the truth Iran coup that the United States put behind the Tao Te Ching. I rows of books on metaphysics going back 150 years.
That's awesome. Those are always stuff like that's always great to have around. Just one day if you just want to bust something out, read a couple chapters, stuff like that.
Yeah, you read stuff like that in one day just on a whim, and it blows your mind and ruins the rest of your week. You're walking around thinking about metaphysics and other dimensions.
Yep.
A chunk of my physical library came out of Chesterfield, the mediums that did stuff there. A chunk of it came out of Conyers, Georgia. A chunk of it came out of Mediajor. These places you hear about when it comes to that stuff. Been there, done that, got the book, half of them are signed.
So, Taylor, that is fake news.
Hello, Taylor. Thanks for the factual news.
150 years ago, it was the 1880s.
Because, I'm going to talk about the 1880s, but I'll go back to like the early 1800s with some of this stuff. Then I changed my backdrop because I got my 6-foot dragon.
Ooh, dragon.
Got my 6-foot dragon, keep me company. But no, I didn't even plan on being here this long. But we need to have metaphysical talk one day.
For sure, man. I would love that.
I can plug you into a lot of stuff.
So. Yeah, man, I'm a very unique individual when it comes to things. There's a lot of me that I just show off my comics and stuff like that. But when you really get into like a more personal level and a intellectual level, I love having conversations like that, man.
I believe in all the conspiracy theories. All of them are true at one time.
Hey, there's a conspiracy theory out there that I did a porno. Don't believe that.
What is that? Let me somebody drop that link.
I mean, Kyle, I hate to tell you this, but this is 2023. Like, everybody's done one at this point.
Yeah, there you go.
But all right, boys, I'm going to wrap it up. Girlfriend's home. I'm going to hang out with her. I always appreciate you dudes hanging out. Anybody's always welcome to my Sunday streams. They're kind of random until I get kind of more of a professional setup and hopefully get a laptop where I can, kind of maintain things. But I like the style of just hanging out with you guys. I love hanging out with the chat. You guys all mean the world to me. We'll do our normal things. I'll blow you up. Tylox, what do you got coming up this week?
Tonight at 8:00 Eastern, 7 Central, I believe it is. Biggie, or Durs, y'all are Central, right?
Yeah, yep.
All right. In an hour, I'm going to be on with Dope Comics. We're going to be talking music, guitars, comic books, stuff like that. We have a lot of stuff in common, so we're just going to be just talking about that. I think for like an hour. Next week, Hang Out with Your Hangout is back in full effect. I'll have books in, maybe some records too, all that good stuff. And I think that's it. Just regularly scheduled stuff. Also, well, I do have a premiere tomorrow at 6:00. I have a premiere for a contest entry for a vinyl community member. So you'll start seeing more vinyl stuff showing up on my channel too. Since I'm collect vinyl, I might as well throw the stuff up there and start being part of that community too. So,
oh, 1 second. I lost my thing.
You lost your thing?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hang on.
His wiener fell off. Have you seen my baseball?
Am I still in the studio? What is going on?
Have you seen my wiener? Yes, we can still hear you.
I can't see you.
Hang on. Hang on.
There you go.
Hey, there you go. You're twice.
Oh, wow. There's two of you.
And you're moving differently.
Oh,
There
my
you go.
God. That's crazy.
That was weird. Wait, you can hear me twice?
Sorry, JP. So,
Is that better? Why can't I hear myself?
Yeah.
What's happening?
he cut off the regular one.
Hang on.
He cut off the regular one and stuck with the backup. You've been mirrored, dude. He has no idea what that is, and you won't find it by looking it up, basically, but you've been mirrored. So here you go. Everybody with me. Hey, NSA. Hey, I don't care. I'm half dead anyway. Hey, NSA, stop screwing around JP or JP's minions. He got mirrored. So
I was about to say, I don't have the keys to his stuff.
yeah, he got mirrored. You got mirrored.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna just gonna end it on that go.
Here's another piece of fun. Your phone is gonna make some funny clicks when you answer it, where you'll hear a little echo for about the next week, and then they'll hone that in, but you'll hear funny clicks on there. So just so you know.
Okay, now that there's two of me, we're just gonna wrap it up. I love you guys for being here. Chad, you guys mean the world to me. Like, subscribe, all the stuff. Check out my channel. Check out these beautiful guys' channels. And we're going to wrap it up. I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Love you guys.
Peace.
He's been mirrored.